Caitlin Clark's decision to turn down $1 million offer from Unrivaled wasn't just a headline. It was a moment that stopped conversations mid-sentence. The Iowa Star's move was as audacious as her three-pointers from a step past half-court. For a player whose name draws crowds and whose game inspires hashtags, the offer could have been the cherry on top of an already towering sundae of success. But Caitlin, true to her brand, decided it was better to keep the cherry off if it didn't fit her flavor. But before we proceed further, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Unrivaled, a sports marketing giant, saw Caitlin Clark as a golden ticket. Her star power had already lit up arenas, television screens, and social media feeds. Her on-court performances, characterized by no-look passes, jaw-dropping range, and an ability to carry her team like a seasoned veteran, had made her more than just a basketball player. She was a cultural force. Unrivaled, known for tying big names to even bigger endorsement deals, likely thought they had a slam dunk. But Caitlin's rejection was anything but predictable, much like her crossovers that leave defenders guessing. The offer itself was nothing short of monumental. $1 million isn't loose change, even for someone like Caitlin, whose NIL, name, image, likeness, opportunities have been plentiful. For most athletes, $1 million deal from a reputable company is a dream scenario, a no-brainer. But Caitlin's brain works differently. She didn't just see the dollar signs, she saw the strings attached. Unrivaled could no longer lean on her fame, her grit, or her face for their marketing campaigns. That realization made the deal lose its shine. What makes Caitlin's move so fascinating is her firm understanding of her own value. It's rare to see someone so young demonstrate such clarity about what they stand for. Caitlin doesn't just play basketball, she owns her narrative, and if that narrative didn't align with Unrivaled's pitch, she was more than willing to leave the money on the table. In turning down the offer, Caitlin essentially said, "I'm not for sale, not in the way you think, anyway." It wasn't a rejection of financial success, but rather an affirmation of her priorities. Caitlin's rise to stardom has always been marked by a blend of audacity and authenticity. From her early days, it was clear she wasn't like other players. Her ability to take over games with a blend of finesse and fire set her apart. But beyond the stats and highlight reels, Caitlin's charisma stood out. She's fiercely competitive but still approachable, a leader who can both inspire her teammates and trash-talk her opponents without missing a beat. That duality, intense yet relatable, has made her a magnet for fans and brands alike. Unrivaled's pitch must have seemed like a layup to their executives. Caitlin's name carries weight far beyond the basketball court. She's a conversation starter, the kind of athlete whose appeal stretches into pop culture. Her fan base isn't just made up of sports junkies. It includes kids who see her as a role model, adults who appreciate her work ethic, and even casual observers who simply enjoy watching someone dominate their craft. Unrivaled undoubtedly wanted to harness that power, but Caitlin had other plans. The decision to say no wasn't about being difficult or making a statement for the sake of it. It was a calculated move, one rooted in her understanding of legacy. Caitlin seems acutely aware that every partnership, every endorsement, and every headline contributes to how she'll be remembered. She's building something bigger than a bank account. She's constructing a brand that's rooted in substance, not just optics. And if a deal doesn't align with that vision, it's a non-starter. Humorously enough, Caitlin's refusal might say more about Unrivaled than it does about her. For a company that prides itself on its ability to connect with athletes, they seem to misjudge this one. Caitlin isn't someone you woo with flashy numbers alone. Her decision-making process likely involved long talks, probably some basketball analogies, and a hefty dose of self-reflection. The kind of self-reflection that most people avoid, let alone embrace, especially when $1 million is on the line. What makes Caitlin's choice even more interesting is the timing. Women's sports are in a unique moment of growth and recognition. Athletes like Caitlin are at the forefront of this shift, and brands are eager to latch on to their rising tide. But Caitlin isn't here to be used as a stepping stone. Her rejection of the Unrivaled offer underscores a broader trend among athletes who are beginning to take control of their own narratives. They're no longer just faces for advertisements. They're decision-makers in how their stories are told. Caitlin's fans, meanwhile, probably had mixed reactions. Some likely saw her decision as bold, a sign of her independence and integrity. Others may have wondered why anyone would turn down that kind of money. But Caitlin's reasoning is rooted in her identity. She isn't just an athlete, she's a brand. And brands, particularly the ones that last, are built on trust. Caitlin seems to understand that $1 million deal isn't worth it if it risks eroding that trust. Her on-court persona, filled with confidence and flair, translates seamlessly into her off-court decisions. Just as she wouldn't force a bad shot, she wasn't going to force a partnership that didn't feel right. It's that consistency that makes her so compelling. Whether she's dribbling past defenders or negotiating endorsement deals, Caitlin operates with a level of control that's rare for anyone, let alone someone in their early 20s. The implications of Caitlin's choice extend beyond her personal brand. It's a reminder to the sports industry and the marketing world at large that athletes are more than commodities. They're individuals with values, ambitions, and the power to shape their own futures. Caitlin's decision to decline Unrivaled's offer sets a precedent, showing other athletes that it's okay to say no, even when the stakes are high. It's a lesson in the power of choice, one that resonates far beyond basketball. Unrivaled, for all its resources and expertise, probably didn't see this coming. They likely assumed their offer was too good to refuse. But Caitlin's rejection serves as a wake-up call. It's not enough to throw money at a problem, or in this case, a partnership. Brands need to offer more than just financial incentives. They need to align with the athlete's vision, values, and goals. Caitlin's refusal highlights the importance of authenticity in an age where every move is scrutinized. For Caitlin, the decision to walk away from Unrivaled was probably both simple and complex. Simple because she knew it wasn't the right fit, and complex because of the potential fallout. Turning down that kind of money isn't easy, but Caitlin has never taken the easy route. Her career is built on taking risks and stepping up when the moment demands it. This was just another instance of Caitlin being Caitlin, bold, decisive, and unapologetically herself. The whole episode also shines a light on the broader shifts in sports endorsements. Athletes today have more power than ever to dictate terms, to choose who they work with and how. Caitlin's decision is part of a larger movement where athletes are no longer just saying yes to every deal that comes their way. They're being selected, thoughtful, and in many cases, strategic about their partnerships. It's a shift that's changing the game for both athletes and brands. Caitlin's refusal of Unrivaled's offer is likely to be remembered as a defining moment in her career. It's a testament to her self-awareness, her principles, and her ability to see the bigger picture. It's also a reminder that success isn't just about money, it's about staying true to yourself. And in that sense, Caitlin has already won, long before she's even taken her next shot. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. We thrive on your feedback, so be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Until next time, keep discovering and stay tuned.